Back on the SportsMax zone, the 2021 Cazoo Derby Festival is set for the 4th of June and the 5th at Epsom Downs in England and will be live on the Home of Champions this weekend. The Derby, to be run over a distance of 2,420 metres, is the highlight of the meet and is set to attract a field of 19 runners. Now, the market leader at odds of 6-4 at the moment is the Aidan O'Brien trained Bolshaw Ballet, to be ridden by Ryan Moore, another O'Brien runner, high definition, to be ridden by Frankie Dettori, is also sure to attract a lot of interest, along with the unbeaten Hurricane Lane and the William Haggas trained Mohafet. Mohafet, to be ridden by Jim Crowley, brings strong form into the Derby as he's unbeaten in his last 3 races. George, I don't know if it was his last race, the Newmarket Stakes.
It was.
But Jim Crowley was motionless. He didn't ride at all, and he pulled away for a 5-length win, beating some jockeys and horses who were at full throttle.
But you know, I don't like that though, Lance.
Yes.
It's the one kind of win by a racehorse that I have so many questions about, because guess what? The horse isn't, I don't think the horse is tested properly, because you don't know if it can change its lead leg.
Yes.
You don't know if it can dig in and fight. You don't know how it will react if it has to dig in and fight. If you compare that to how Hurricane Lane is a horse from time past. If you compare that to how Hurricane Lane won the Dante Stakes, when beating High Definition, finished 3rd in that race, and it was a fighting effort. That to me was a better run than the way Mohafet performed, even though Mohafet's victory was very eye-catching, because as you said, Crowley was
motionless.
And he was looking around like, where's the challenge? And coming on.
Strong-looking chestnut horse.
But I don't know how it will act under pressure, and it will be under pressure in the Epsom Derby. And remember, one of the things that we must remind the viewers about is this. It's not just the quality of the opposition in the Epsom Derby, it's the course itself. There's no other Derby course like that. The horses will run for a furlong, they'll turn right, then they'll turn left, then they'll go uphill, then they'll go downhill, then they'll go around a sharp corner downhill, then they'll go uphill to finish. It's really a tactical race, and if you're not organized in your gallop, you're gonna have problems, which is the one place, Lance, I think Mohafet will benefit, because he's a big, powerful horse. I expect him to handle the undulations of the Epsom Derby course very well, but I'm just suspicious about that kind of win, Whittaker. I don't know about you.
Yeah, well, I was so impressed with that win. I don't have such reservations, George. I understand the point you're making, though, but he looked so, convincing in that performance, and I think he's going to be hard to beat. Having said that, we have to look at Aidan O'Brien, the most successful trainer in the history of the Epsom Derby. He has won 3 of the last 4 back-to-back wins, 2019 and 2020, with Anthony Van Dyke and Serpentine last year, odds of 25-1. Aidan O'Brien certainly knows how to get the job done.
Yeah.
Definitely. And earlier today, George and Lance, I was listening to an interview that was actually done by the Cazoo organizers.
Yes.
And Aidan O'Brien was actually the feature person in the interview. And he was talking about how this is the ultimate test. And, he has so many horses going up for contention. He has, reservations for a couple of them. He was talking about, the favorites. But what stood out for me in that particular interview with Aidan O'Brien is that he knows the mistakes that the particular horses made in the last one. And he's actually looking forward to it. And he says that, the spectators, just the 4,000 that's going to come at the event this time, will, help boost, the excitement and whatnot. So all those different things he's looking forward to, because the last time they raced, I think there were no spectators. It was closed doors because of the pandemic.
You know what, Lance? I want to bet you right here, right now, Mohafet won't finish in the top 5. Here's the thing. I'm looking back at the race now, the Newmarket, the race at Newmarket.
Yes.
That race was a very small field, so Jim Crowley could pick whatever path he wanted to take.
Yes.
The Derby, if the 19 runners stand their ground, it's going to be a hell of a trip to find ground for him to run. I don't know if he likes to run with cover or he likes to run free, so that means you're going to have to take him outside, which will give him traffic problems going around the corner, and all those things are going to disrupt him. The Dante Stakes was a truly run affair with a size-level enough field and a competitive enough field. So the horses there, that was more of a simulation for what they're going to go through in the Epsom Derby. So I'm willing to bypass Mohafet's run, even though he's a Frankel colt. You know where I'm going, because I'm going to tell you that High Definition, the way that horse came home in the Dante Stakes, he really got going, the Aidan O'Brien horse, Mariah, he really got going in the last furlong and a half of the event, and he was catching the battling leaders. The battling leaders, Hurricane Lane being one of them, it looked as if 10 furlongs was the limit of their stamina. The Epsom Derby, of course, is 2 furlongs more. I see High Definition being very much suited to this race and the course. He has the best jockey in the race, although I think the horse he has to beat is the favorite, Bolshoi Ballet.
Yeah, let's do something though, George. Before the week is out, let's show our viewers the Mohafet victory.
Of course.
And see what they think.
Yeah. And you know what? Let's do that tomorrow. Let's show them the Mohafet victory tomorrow, and show them the Hurricane Lane and High Definition run in the Dante Stakes. And I'll tell the viewers why the performance of Hurricane Lane and High Definition was superior to what Mohafet did. Mohafet was running against C-class, D-class horses. Hurricane Lane was running against horses at B1, A3 level. So it's a totally different thing. But I agree with you. I think we should show the viewers for them to make up their own minds.
We will. The race is going to be Saturday morning, and it's going to be live on SportsMax. So we will give you the build-up, and when we're finished with the build-up, you're not going to want to miss the race. I can promise you that.
Okay, so
even dogs like horse racing.
George and Lance.
We'll see that in interactive. Sorry, Mariah, you were saying?
I was going to ask you all about the top fillies in the race, because...
Oh, you mean the Oaks? The Oaks for...
Because I saw something about Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
And, you know, that particular horse stood out for me. So I wanted to know what you thought about it.
That's going to be Friday?
Yes, that's the Friday, June 4th, right.
Right, and the Derby is Saturday.
So here's the thing. I like a horse by the name of Snow Lantern.
What about Santa Barbara?
I didn't like her last run. I thought she was weak at the finish, but then again, I maybe should throw that run out because she wasn't being prepared to win the last time. So there are things a trainer would have done.
I think Michael Holding had mentioned that when we had spoken to him, previewing that race.
Yes, that the trainer would have wound her up for the Oaks. So I may be willing to throw that out. We're gonna get Michael Holding on the program to talk about the 2 races my producer is telling me. So we'll get an expert's analysis of that. But
he doesn't like us calling him an expert.
But he's forever modest, Michael Holding. But I'm gonna work with Snow Lantern in that race. Although I accept that Santa Barbara is from the big stables, she could be anything. But I'm not fancying her right now.
All right, so as George doesn't fancy my horse, Santa Barbara, we're going to a break.